Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
Pretty good.
Doing all right?
Doing all right, I suppose.
Goddamn gorgeous looking shirt you got on there,
Isn't
son.
that fancy?
It is. I love
Just
it.
really pops on screen, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Sure does.
Beautiful. How's that hand doing?
It's fabulous.
Your hand vagine.
So good.
It's weird that it turned from like a hand vagine to like a nub. Now you got like an Audi belly button on
Got
your
a
hand.
big old China clit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to fuck it anymore. Don't worry.
All right,
You
well.
don't have to worry about that.
There goes our monetization today.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna
Well,
do?
fuck it. We can't go 30 seconds.
We'll go hard in the paint. I got to be honest with you, man. It's been one of those days where I'm going through the news and everything, and I mean everything, is Palestine versus. You would think this is a big game.
Yeah,
of
what's
some
going
sort,
on
you know
over
what I
there?
mean?
Is there something going on?
Palestine, Israel, and look, we'll do our due diligence. We'll give you the best we can as far as shit media provides it to us. It's usually we're really good at just like common sensey stories, sniffing out bullshit where it exists in the world, and going, yeah, I don't believe her. Nah, I don't believe him. That dude's full of shit. That chick's full of shit. Makes it very hard to just be with stories like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Speaking of the Middle East, I did want to mention Paul Aliyah.
Ah, nice Segui.
Yeah, he's coming to town.
Yeah.
We had Paul. He was great. So if you're a fan of Matt Rife, which I know a lot of people are out there, that dude is fucking exploded.
Yep.
And in fact, he was either on TikTok. I think it was TikTok, but he's pumping Matt's special.
Yeah.
It's going to be called Detroit Playa.
Play up.
And they've been like best buds for a decade, touring together, everything.
Done a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And Matt's executive producer on this thing. And so
Gonna get his.
Yeah. So he's pushing it pretty hard. And Paul was great. He came in here and hung with us for a couple hours one day. He was awesome. We might go to that show
Yeah, it's very
ourselves.
possible. Yep.
So it's going to be Friday and Saturday night. He's filming.
I believe Friday's already sold out.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
Yep, that's excellent.
And you know what? As soon as I saw Matt was pushing it, I was like, "Ooh, that's going to be that's going to go quick." Would be my guess.
Everybody just started getting all wet.
Yeah,
Putting out the opening up the purse. Maybe Matt will be there. I'll just go.
Maybe he's executive producer. Wow. So, anyways, it's going to be at the Detroit House of Comedy, 2301 Woodward Avenue in Detroit, 313-312-4965. For tickets, it's this Friday and Saturday, October 13 and 14. And
Go support the local boy.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing really well.
Filming his first special. It's a big deal, man.
Yeah, it's great. Hopefully
Very,
it
very
does
funny
well.
dude.
Yeah. We enjoyed him a lot. I think a lot of people, when he was in here, really enjoyed him. And so, Paul Aliyah, Elia. I think it's, let's see if you want to follow him. Paul Aliyah on X, Paul Aliyah Comedy on TikTok, Paul Aliyah Comedy on Insta.
There you go.
So,
I think that covers it all.
I think so. Now, the other Arabs that we were talking about.
Adams.
Yeah. Where was Paul from again? He was
is
Middle Eastern, right?
Iraqi.
Iraqi.
Yeah.
Iraq's kind of been quiet on this one. The whole Palestine.
Yeah, I don't even know what Iraq is anymore.
I don't know that Iraq knows what Iraq is anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they
Once
started
Saddam
throwing
was
out,
gone, they tried to make it a real country.
Yeah.
It just fell on its face.
Yeah, fell apart. But you're hearing like the usual stuff.
My dinar hasn't come back yet.
No. I used to have $1 million in dinar upstairs.
Yeah, it's still worth $100.
Yeah, I sold it for $500.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was
$1 million.
It was 1,000. That's why, because it's not 100. It was $1,000 for $1 million dinar.
I want to say it was $600 that I sold it for.
All right.
At a place, but yeah. But it was like 0.00001% or something like that. I was just like, all right, get this out of my safe. It's ridiculous. I don't want to pretend that we have any authority when talking about this stuff.
$763 right now is the current value of 1 million Iraqi dinar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you're paying for stuff with $200,000 bills. You know what I mean? A pack of gum for $200,000. You know what I mean?
It's comical.
This is what you see in Venezuela. This is what you know what I mean? Like, imagine that. We're not far off right now, you know?
Well, we have that digital dollar coming.
Do we?
Looking forward to that.
So screwed,
Another swing and a miss from the Bidens.
We're so screwed. So, anyways, this story, I'm stuck looking at the people that I usually look at and go, oh, I hate everything that idiot stands for. I'm definitely not on her team. You know what I mean? Like if Rashida Tlaib is for it,
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Good first sign. I mean, I'll listen, but yeah, my first inclination is hell no.
Hell no. And yeah, it's just so Benny Netanyahu, good old Benny, he says,
the Jets.
what? Yeah, sort of is. What Israel is preparing to do to those responsible.
We're gonna have
for
to make a song.
Yeah,
we'll do a little parody
Bob
song
Rivers
on that.
will, I'm sure. Well, Bob Rivers will get a Benny and the Jets. Wouldn't be the first time he's done that. Israel, what Israel is preparing to do to those responsible for the heinous attacks on the nation over the weekend will be remembered for decades. He's talking big shit.
Yeah.
Ben, good old Ben is talking big shit.
Well, shock and awe.
Yeah, that's what he's calling
Coming
for.
in hot.
Over 900 people killed, 2,500 injured, including several U.S. citizens.
14, I heard. 14.
Murdered. I'd heard 11. Is it up to 14?
I heard 14 today.
Kidnapped or killed?
Not sure.
Because I've heard both.
Because good old Biden had a little press conference today.
Well,
got to
I'm
listen
sure
to
he
a
did.
bit of that.
Oh, so we got to see him read off a teleprompter?
You know, he stole Kamala's line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about the root cause?
No. Remember when she was like, if you're thinking about coming, don't.
Yeah.
Don't come. He said, if you're thinking about jumping on whatever, bad actors or whoever, I forget his term, whatever. Basically saying, if you want to fuck around with Israel right now, don't. Don't.
Yeah.
It's all stern.
Yeah.
Don't.
Israel's a longtime ally.
Of course.
Very strong U.S. ally. Let's see. Israel is at war. We didn't want this war. It was forced upon us in the most brutal and savage way. But though Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it.
Oh, that is big talk.
Benny's, I'm telling you, dude, it gets worse. He's talking big shit.
Yeah. He just came back in, man. He's been kicking ass since he got back in there.
I'm starting to remember. I think he did an interview with Tucker like a year or two ago. Pushing a book. He had a book out.
Yeah, he was fucking civilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hawking a book and everything, doing the interview circuit. And now he's back to, all right, here we go. We're at war.
Yeah.
Hamas
Far-right policies.
Right? Yeah. Hamas will understand that by attacking us, they have made a mistake of historic proportions. We will exact a price that will be remembered by them and Israel's other enemies for decades to come. Palestinians slaughtered entire families, massacred hundreds at a festival, kidnapped scores of women and elderly, including a Holocaust survivor.
What the fuck?
Boy, that Holocaust survivor has to be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right?
Are
What?
you kidding me right now?
They were at the music festival?
Yeah.
Holocaust survivor?
Oh no, I don't. Well, they not necessarily. They gunned down a bunch of people at the music festival, and they grabbed a Holocaust survivor. And I got to think when you.
I got you. I thought they were like at the festival. I was like, fucking go get it.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I didn't see any nanas walking around.
All right,
you know, with numbered tats or anything on their
Who
arm.
was at this festival? Barry Manilow?
Yeah,
Well, Paul Anka?
yeah. Paul Anka. Paul was big in his day.
Hell yeah.
Anka had some hits,
No
man.
doubt.
Anytime you hear kidnapped scores of women, I think of our old friend Dick Gazinia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just how.
It's going to go down.
Yeah.
And unfortunately. Listen,
Not good. Not good. They are savages. Hamas is ISIS. Them's fighting words.
Yeah.
And just as the forces of civilization united to defeat
I think ISIS is like, fuck those hacks.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I don't know.
Us, maybe, what's left of them. The forces of civilization must support Israel in defeating Hamas. Netanyahu thanked the U.S. for its support. Netanyahu said that some of the acts carried out by Hamas were so barbaric he couldn't even describe them on TV. I can describe some of them, though.
Okay.
Because I'm not on TV.
Yeah.
Get to
Well,
that
kind of, but.
a little bit. Little bit of goings on at a kibbutz,
right.
if you will, in Israel.
Okay.
Do you know? Are you familiar with the kibbutz?
I'm not.
Kibbutz is kind of dope.
Okay.
It's when a group gets together, like in a community,
Yeah.
and we all pull for each other.
Okay.
So, like, whatever money is made just goes into the general pot for the kibbutz.
Okay.
And we, your house is fucked up. We all get together and help you fix it, and you help it, and vice versa.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kinda.
It's a lovely sentiment.
Yeah, it's not bad. It works. Like, look, socialism works when you're talking about 100 people.
Yeah.
It's when you're talking about 330 million people that
It's a little tricky.
that it gets much trickier.
Yeah.
But, you can, when you have 25 people in a kibbutz, it's no problem. Troy's going to be the leader of the kibbutz.
Well, let's go back to. Oh, see,
You know
there
what
you
I mean?
can't. I probably can't have leaders in the kibbutz.
Sure, you can. When it's just a small group.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
And then the animosity sets in. The
Well,
jealousy.
I'm not saying be a cult leader and start banging everybody's woman in the kibbutz.
What's the point of a kibbutz? The fuck? Why do I want to be a leader if that can't?
If you can't fuck all the wives of in your kibbutz? I think that's taking advantage of your position, sir.
Well, I wasn't elected.
Israel's 5 main goals for now were defeating any terrorists remaining in Israel, launching massive, unprecedented offensive operation, not allowing the conflict to spread to other border areas. Let's keep this in-house.
Yeah.
We don't need to involve Jordan, okay?
Right.
Right? Let's
Iran, sit this one out, buddy.
Sit this one out.
Just sit there.
2 grown-ass men
Sit down,
handling
Rando.
our differences,
Yeah.
right? Let's keep it calm. Let's keep
Right.
it civil.
One-on-one. It's one-on-one.
We can go hard in the paint. We can go as barbaric as we want, but let's keep it between the lines.
Yeah.
Is basically what Benny is saying there. He wants to expand support in the international community and solidify national unity in the country.
Number 6. Get billions of dollars from the Americans.
Yeah, that's one of them too. Yeah, it's not on the top 5 list, but it is
Yeah, it
number
is.
6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Any city where Hamas operates will be turned into a city of ruin. I'm telling you, he's talking huge shit.
He is.
It will take time. All of Israel's enemies will know that it was a terrible mistake to attack Israel.
So my question is, Hamas. Again, I am a moron.
Yeah, me
Okay?
too.
I don't know anything. So
Yeah.
that being said, Hamas is a group, right? They are
Palestinian terror group.
an extremist group. Now, do
Yeah.
they represent Palestine? Or are they a rogue militia group? Well, my question is, so like ISIS, for example.
Yeah.
Right? In Iraq, Afghanistan, wherever. We'll say Iraq just for conversation's sake. ISIS. They don't represent the Iraqi people.
Right.
So you don't just go fucking kill 1 million Iraqis.
You don't go ham. You don't go
because
jet
of ISIS.
on those guys.
Right, you kill ISIS, but you
Right.
don't. But I don't know how this is commingled. I don't know how.
Well-
if it's just like, you know what, fuck you, Palestine. We've had enough. You're all
Yeah.
going down with the ship. Sorry, you had your chance to
Rein your boys
Hamas
in.
off, but you
Yeah.
chose not to. So now you're all going to pay the price.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it sounds like it's going to be big. Keep it clean.
Oh, sounds
stay
like
in the
lots of
borders.
women and children are going down.
Well, I started Googling stuff like, all right, what's all the beef about?
Yeah, let's see.
You know what I mean? Just like
You don't have that kind of time.
I don't have the time to study historic
Right.
books. I'm not a fucking Middle East history major, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Shocking to some people out there.
I had no idea.
Really am not. And so you're stuck. It's like, oh God, do I want to read an article by USA Today or NBC News? No. I settled on Al Jazeera.
Smart. We talked about this.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I
and
know.
even that, I mean, they might, I don't know if they'd be slanted necessarily in that way, but I mean, I have found them to be fair and balanced.
Yeah.
Really just
And they rate out that way too.
from afar,
Yeah.
just basically telling the facts of the story.
Yeah.
As well as they
They're regarded as one of the more credible news outlets
yeah,
in the world.
People think I'm crazy when I say I watch Al Jazeera, especially,
Yeah.
like, no, not at all.
Yeah. So I'll read some of this to you. If you get bored, let's see. First off, I did want to mention there were a few other things that were going on today.
Okay.
Terrorists, Hamas terrorists,
right.
and this is a lot of the, when you're talking about the squad, they want all the fighting. Don't retaliate. And people are like, go fuck yourself, Rashida Tlaib.
Mm-hmm.
Stop taking Palestine's side, you fucking whore. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
AOC's up in there too, isn't she?
oh yeah, the squad,
the whole squad.
in general, the whole squad. Elon Omar, they're all calling for peace, and What they don't want is people firing on Palestine.
Yeah, sure.
They want Israel to just eat the shit and then
Sorry, take your lumps.
yeah. And Rashida Tlaib, I thought it was hilarious. Her office at the Capitol, some dude standing outside it today filming, and this went viral as shit. She's got a Palestinian flag and then an LGBTQ flag.
Oh, perfect.
Flying next to each other.
No
not an
conflict.
American flag, not a Michigan flag or anything like that. Of
course not.
At the state capitol. Palestinian, and the hypocrisy of those two things is
bless.
not lost on anybody. They're like, oh, yeah.
Allah bless.
Yeah. Why don't you take the fucking gay troops into Palestine and see how they do there? Let's see how they do. How do they do in the Middle East, Rashida? Really? You know? So
She's just showing how woke she is.
yeah.
Trying.
Right. Sure. Good move. I remember being tossed off buildings, and those are some disturbing ass videos. I can say that. Hamas terrorists massacred at least 40 babies and young children, then chopped their heads off and gunned down their families in a small kibbutz in Israel. We learned what a kibbutz was.
Okay. Well, they should have been a better armed kibbutz.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not here to point fingers at anybody and how they build their kibbutz, but I mean, would they have? Do they wish they would have armed themselves? Maybe.
They wouldn't have headless babies, probably.
Yeah. Headless baby. How do you cut off the head of a baby? I mean, I know how.
I think it's pretty easy. Easier than a full-grown male, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's hard as shit, by the way. Full-grown man.
Yeah.
Because you see it in video games and in movies all the time, where it's just like, whoosh, and they just
Not if you got one of those badass,
ancient
what do
samurai
you call it?
swords.
Samurai sword. Yeah, I almost said ninja.
Even with
Samurai
those,
sword.
dude, people have done tests on those. Like, really, how easy is it to? It's not.
Yeah. Well, there's a giant bone that goes through there.
Yeah, that's where most of the problem is. It's not the fleshy parts.
You stop right there halfway.
Yeah.
You can go right through the fleshy part. Throat, neck, muscle.
That would suck.
Tear
Get
right through there.
Halfway through a beheading, and your guy's a
Yeah.
pussy.
Well, that's why when you see them,
Like-
when you watch the good old days when they used to televise the beheadings over there.
Yeah.
ISIS and Al Qaeda's. They got to really get in there and fucking saw that thing off. They don't
Yeah.
just come through like a guillotine.
No.
Guillotine. That was. Should bring that
Guillotine's
back.
smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was quick and easy.
Yeah, that's the way to do it if you're going to do it. If you have to be it, I don't want to be like hacks.
That little basket,
Yeah.
little wicker basket the head
Yeah.
just falls into.
Yeah. I mean, Alice Cooper's been cutting his own head off on tour for decades.
Yeah, right.
I
True.
mean, it's not
amazing.
bad.
Grows right back. It's all unbelievable.
Yeah. The bullet-riddled bodies of Israeli residents now lay in the grounds of the kibbutz among burned-out houses, furniture, torched cars. Israeli soldiers today went from house to house to take these people that were massacred there away. The soldiers told I-24 News correspondent Nicole Zedek how they saw bodies of babies next to their cots with their heads chopped off.
Why bother? I mean, just symbolic?
Yeah.
Just that, okay.
Yeah,
just
I
to,
think
just
so.
to go full barbarian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. As many as 40 babies and small children. And then they showed images that show a baby's cot covered in blood. Soldiers were seen comforting each other after witnessing such horrors, including the bodies of entire families gunned down in their beds, babies, mothers, fathers in their bedrooms, in their protection rooms, and how the terrorists killed them. It's not war. It's not a battlefield. It's a massacre. It's terrorist activity. It is something that I never saw in my life. It's something we used to imagine from our grandfathers, grandmothers in the pogrom in Europe and other places. Not something that happens in new history.
Well, I mean, we
So-
have the rules of engagement,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
And you see.
What are those? Is that Geneva?
Yeah, part
Part of the Geneva
yeah.
Convention
And that,
about
right. I mean, it's just a, like, even there's an unwritten rule. Like, okay, you're fighting a guy, you don't kick him in the balls, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't bite him.
Bite
and
him,
things
pull his
like
hair.
that, but there's always that guy. Hamas
Yeah.
is that guy.
Hamas might be that guy.
He'll bite you. He'll bite your balls.
Are you familiar with a pogrom?
No.
I wasn't either.
Okay.
I mean, obviously I am, but
Yeah.
for the lay, we know what a kibbutz is now, right?
Pogrom.
A pogrom. So when they're like, we haven't seen shit like this since, stories our grandmothers and grandfathers told us about, in the pogrom in Europe and other places. Organized massacre of a particular ethnic group is a pogrom.
Okay. Or genocide.
Yeah, or pogrom. Well,
Or is that just
does genocide focus only on one particular ethnic group?
well, yeah. That's what that's supposed to be.
But genocide can include like black people and Jews, because Hitler wasn't fond of either of them.
Let's see. Let's see what the definition of genocide is. The deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group.
All right. Well, a pogrom is an organized massacre of a particular ethnic group.
That's just a Jewish term for it.
Okay.
Or whatever, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
It would make sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a better person for knowing what a pogrom is now.
Wonderful. Is that, well, how do you spell it? Is that just P-A-G-R-A-M?
P-O-G-R-O-M.
Oh, it's a program.
Yeah. Get with the program.
Okay.
Footage emerged today of the moment murderous Hamas gunman shot dead an Israel's family dog before going into their home and then raiding their fridge, man. Went in there and started drinking orange juice right out of the fucking bottle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then they pigged out.
Jeez, no way.
The clip was obtained from the GoPro camera attached to the helmet of one of the Hamas fighters. The dog comes bolting out of the house towards the attackers. Guy's a good boy. Roops was trying to save his family.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And then this son of a bitch just fucking and blew the dog away.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
They went rifling through the family.
I'm officially Team Israel now.
Right? I know.
Killed a dog?
Telling you.
Fucking monsters.
So as they go through the family's belongings, they're drinking this orange juice out of the bottle, like I'm saying, right out of the fridge. They start eating all the food, gorging themselves.
Oh, it's not like they need it anymore.
Well, yeah, but still, it just seems like
spoil, go to waste.
Yeah, you already killed them. You don't have to piss on them too.
I didn't piss on them. I just drank their food. I drank their orange juice.
One militant then drew out a lighter from his pocket, took it to the wall, sparking house plants and hanging ornaments that quickly set ablaze before the men made their exit.
Smart. Destroy the evidence.
Yeah. So that is what's going on over there today.
Oh, man.
But
I'm glad we're not there.
Yeah. You familiar with the...
I'm going to cancel my trip to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the Holy Land, but I'm going to stop now.
So, like I said, Al Jazeera.
Yes.
I wanted to read about this, and I just honestly, I was like, oh my God. No, I feel like I'm back in high school. For the few times I was actually in the high school.
The Cliff Notes version of the...
Of the Cliff Notes version.
Yes.
And but one thing I'm taking away from this is that...
You want somewhere to look it up, and they just go like, oh, Palestinians are dicks. Okay, got it.
Good.
That's perfect.
Got it.
Now I know. Got it.
Here's what I have discovered. That you were more correct yesterday than anything.
Okay.
And it's that your media is going to tell you, and I want to be clear here. I'm Team Israel. At the end of the day,
yeah. Listen, I am too, and I
get it.
Of course,
they're one of our longest and truest allies, especially in that region. Need all the help we can get. So, but it's not just like leave us alone. We're just sitting here minding our business, our P's and Q's. And you were like, there's usually two sides to every story, and just because one claims the other's always being the dick doesn't necessarily mean, there's your truth, his truth, and the truth.
Exactly right.
And so this goes back over 100 years. The Balfour Declaration. I'm assuming that's Ed Balfour.
Definitely.
Right?
Clearly.
For decades, Western media, academics, military experts, and world leaders have described the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as intractable, complicated, and deadlocked. Here's a simple guide to break down one of the world's longest-running conflicts. So, the Ed Balfour Declaration, or the Balfour.
Yeah, that blows.
More than 100 years ago, November 2, 1917, Britain's then Foreign Secretary, Arthur Balfour, wrote a letter addressed to Lionel Walter Rothschild. Yeah. A figurehead of the British Jewish community, the Rothschilds.
Smells like money.
Yeah. The letter was short, only 67 words, but its contents had a seismic effect on Palestine that is still felt to this day. It committed the British government to the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. And to facilitating the achievement of this object, the letter was known as the Balfour Declaration. In essence, a European power promised the Zionist movement, Jews, a country where Palestinian Arab natives made up more than 90% of the population. So like, you 90%, eat dicks.
Yeah.
Here come the Jews. A British mandate was created in 1923.
Here come the Jews. Here come the Jews.
was created. A British mandate was created in 1923, lasted until 48. During that period, the British facilitated mass Jewish immigration. Many of the new residents were fleeing Nazism in Europe. They also faced protests and strikes. Palestinians were alarmed by their country's changing demographics and British confiscation of their lands to be handed over to Jewish settlers. We're seeing this quite frequently in Europe now, or if you want, our southern border, which is going to change demographics. And you know the nervous feeling you get about that, like, well, I don't know what happens when you sprinkle 8 million assholes in who don't belong here.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
But I don't know right now.
So the Palestinians at the time were like, nah,
We'll see. I'm not sure I like this, but we'll see what happens. We'll play along.
What happened in the 1930s? Well, I'm glad you asked. Escalating tensions eventually led to the Arab Revolt. They had it, which lasted from 36 to 39. In April of 36, Arab National Committee called on the newly formed Arab National Committee called on Palestinians to launch a general strike, withhold tax payments, and boycott Jew products to protest British colonialism and growing Jewish immigration.
Okay.
It's like, we're not buying your shit anymore.
Okay, strike, not a military strike.
No.
Okay.
No. They're like, no, we're not paying
boycott.
taxes. Eat a dick. We're not paying taxes. And we're not buying any of your fucking kosher bullshit. That's what they said.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's kosher bullshit. I'm imagining what the Palestinians
That's
were
exactly
thinking
what they said, yeah.
at the time. The 6-month strike was brutally
What's the
repressed
difference
by...
between halal and kosher? Kosher.
Well, one was
Oh, yeah.
for the wings.
But I wonder what the difference is. I don't know.
Kosher is the way it's handled.
Yeah, they
right?
gotta like drain the blood out of it or something first, or
Dipped in holy water or something.
Yeah,
I don't
sure,
know.
we'll go with that.
Yeah. And Hamas is chickpeas.
yeah, perfect.
So the 6-month strike was brutally repressed by the British, who launched a mass arrest campaign and carried out punitive home demolitions, a practice that Israel continues to implement against Palestinians today. That's going to piss people off. Mm-hmm. You know, this is kind of what you were thinking. Like, I don't know what they did, but they had to do something, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you start knocking down the Palestinians' homes.
They get a little
British.
pissed.
Yeah.
They get mad.
How would you like it if a group of fucking
Rightfully so.
people came over here and just started knocking walls down?
Yeah. Hey, sorry,
Like,
we're
hey,
coming
dickhead.
in. Yeah. Go fuck
What are we
yourself.
doing? By the second half of 1939, Britain had amassed 30,000 troops in Palestine. Villages were bombed by air, curfews imposed, homes demolished, and administrative detentions, summary killings were widespread. In tandem, the British collaborated with the Jewish settler community and formed armed groups and a British-led counterinsurgency force of Jewish fighters named the Special Night Squads.
With a K or just N?
No, just N, capital N.
All right. Just curious.
Just your basic N-word. Nothing crazy.
Yep.
In those 3 years of revolt, 5,000 Palestinians were killed, 15 to 20,000 wounded, 5,600 were imprisoned. So what was the UN partition plan for all this? By 47, the Jewish population had ballooned to 33% of Palestine, but they owned only 6% of the land.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
they just got there.
Yeah. The United Nations adopted Resolution 181, which called for the partition of Palestine into
Right.
Arab and Jewish states.
I was going to say, isn't that about the time they joined the UN?
Probably.
Israel?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, was the UN formed already by then?
I thought it was like in the late 40s, 50s. When did they?
The UN partition plan, yeah.
Okay.
So the Palestinians rejected this plan. Okay, so it called for a partition of Palestine into Arab and Jewish states. Palestinians,
The old two-state system. The old two-state
they,
system.
they don't
whatever.
like.
Yeah.
Palestinians rejected the plan because it allotted about 56% of Palestine to the Jewish state, including all the fucking kick-ass coastal region. That's the most fertile ground.
Not UN. NATO is what I meant.
Yeah.
Misspoke. But yeah, 1949. Sorry.
At the time, Palestinians owned 94% of historic Palestine and comprised 67% of the population. April 1948, more than 100 Palestinian men, women, and children were killed in the village of Deir Yassin on the outskirts of Jerusalem. That
Holy Land.
Yeah, that set the tone for the rest of the operation. From 47 to 49, more than 500 villages, Palestinian villages, towns, and cities were destroyed in what Palestinians refer to as the Nakba, which, yeah, it means catastrophe. Mm-hmm. What is that beeping? Is that something outside?
I don't hear a beeping. I hear a
You hear it?
Yeah, it's a truck backing up or some shit.
Fat
Come on,
chick,
man, get it together.
Fat chick backing down our street.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. An estimated 15,000 Palestinians were killed, including dozens of massacres. The Zionist movement, again, the Jew, captured 78% of historic Palestine. The remaining 22% was divided into what are now occupied the West Bank and the Gaza Strip.
Yes.
Today, their descendants live as 6 million refugees in 58 squalid camps throughout Palestine and in the neighboring countries of Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. So at least 150,000 Palestinians remained after the Nakba, remained in this newly created state of Israel and lived under a tightly controlled military occupation for almost 20 years before getting Israeli citizenship. In 1967, Israel occupied the rest of historic Palestine, including the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, the Syrian Golan Heights, and the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula during the Six-Day War against the coalition of Arab
Mount
armies.
Sinai.
Yeah, it's a good one. This led for a lot of Palestinians to a second forced displacement. It goes on and on. So we get up to 1987, 93. The first Palestinian Intifada erupted in the Gaza Strip in
What's
December.
an intifada?
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't look that one up.
All right.
I'm assuming it's a fight of some sort.
A fracas, a melee,
Yeah.
scuffle,
So,
a dust-up.
yeah, if you will. This erupted after 4 Palestinians were killed when an Israeli truck collided with 2 vans carrying Palestinian workers. Okay?
Is this just an accident?
I don't know. I wasn't there. But that's what it took to spark
Yeah.
this
yeah,
dust up,
just
you know?
kindling, just ready to go.
This led to the establishment of the Hamas movement.
Okay.
And then we could keep going on and on. And I
got
just,
you. I misspoke.
it's
It's a May of 1949 that they joined the United
NATO.
Nations.
Okay, or
NATO.
United Nations.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
So there's bad blood there. Mm-hmm. That
it's not quite as cut and dry.
No,
and
that
easy.
they're
Just
just
like,
exactly.
Arabs just hate Jews.
right. Well, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not defending it on any level. I'm just saying that there's 2 sides to every story, and to act like, they're
And-
just poor us is laughable.
And that was hard for me to understand a lot of that. I've heard the term.
And this is gone. I mean,
the Golan
there-
Heights.
There's
like-
been shit back and forth for as long as I've been alive. I mean,
Yeah.
that I can remember. I mean, hearing it. So in the Gaza Strip, Israel's killed Palestinians. Palestinians killed Jews. It goes back and forth. And it was a little bit here and a retaliation there, and a little bit and this and that. And it just has never stopped. It's just a little bit, like you said, it took that one little spark
Yeah.
to light that whole fire.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah. So
But I don't know, what's the end game? Do the Palestinians want? I mean, I know that that's the territory. There's the
they want their land
down.
back.
Right?
They feel like you stole our land. This is what
Feel like?
This is what Putin you think this is done. It's not. This is exactly what Putin's bitch is about Ukraine and
Right.
about
that was all part of the
like, hey, motherfucker, you don't just get to steal our
USSR.
land. Yeah, it's tough. Look, said it from the beginning yesterday and today. We're morons when it comes to this. Don't listen to us.
Trying to make sense of it.
Trying to make a little bit of sense of it, but you made me think more yesterday than anything because I was more inclined to just go, okay, Israel, that's a U.S. ally. It's great.
Yeah, Team Jew. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
right?
all about it. And look, it seems like a couple times a year, it's like, what? It's a fucking problem with the Jews now. Why do you hate the Jews? The Jews are great. I love all my Jew friends. Any Jew I've ever met seems fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't
great.
think it's not so much that they hate him for the Jew part.
Yeah.
It's more of the you kicked me out of my house, motherfucker part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure someone will write in and go, that garbage you read from Al Jazeera. And I'll go, okay. I'm not going to become
I don't think there's anything non-credible in there.
Yeah.
It all seems factually based and not impartial.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of the feeling
I mean,
got.
what they did, I don't have any respect for because of the respect I have for the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
But that's where even the that's where it crosses. It blurs the lines of war and terrorism and it becomes very, very convoluted.
Yeah.
On who you're fighting, what you're fighting, how you're fighting.
Well,
all the rules go out the window. How do you fight somebody that's not playing by the same rules?
yeah.
That's what they ran into, in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They were trying to adhere to these rules of engagement, but the other, fine. Back in the day when you lined up across from each other and you load your muskets and you fucking took turns firing at each other and you had a code of ethics.
Yeah.
But that's all gone. That's out the window.
Yeah.
You can't. There's not even a uniform of the other person that you're fighting.
Yeah.
They're dressed like civilians, blending in with civilians, hiding with civilians. It's,
strapping bombs to civilians.
Yeah, it's a scary new world.
It is. It very much is.
I didn't even think we were going to have real wars anymore. I thought it was all just going to be cyber.
Yeah, well, it's getting to that point when you talk about muskets, and then more developed countries took it up a notch, and it's like, hey, now we've got automatic, fully auto machine guns,
Yeah.
and you guys are running around with handguns and fucking knives,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, how do you defeat the Iron Dome? You get inside it.
yeah,
Okay, sure. We're not going to be able to lob bombs at you from 1,000 miles away.
oh, but you can if you lob 5,000 of them.
yeah, eventually.
Then it can't do anything about that. So that's what they ran into. And, seeing the paragliders, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
These dudes are literally paragliding in.
Not
And-
parachuting.
No, they're paragliding.
With like the fucking triangle.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Were they horizontal with their legs hung up and everything like
I
perfectly?
saw one guy on like a go-kart that had wheels on the bottom.
Oh, those little flying ones. Yeah, those
yeah.
things. Those are badass.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to drop into a war zone like that.
Depends on how well armed it is, I suppose.
Yeah. One of the things they're saying, and again, take it with a grain of salt because we don't know shit, is that the difference in fighting is Hamas, as a terrorist group, will just indiscriminately lob
Right. That's what
bomb
what I was
rockets
talking about.
into
Anywhere, anytime.
anything.
They don't care that they're not hitting strategic targets, things like that.
Whereas Israel takes into account human casualties, innocent people.
We'll see how that is.
I'm just telling you what I heard today.
Well, of course, I know.
Right? That's the narrative. Like, here's the difference in a terrorist group versus someone defending themselves, and this group's not interested.
I'll give them that credit for the most part, but we'll see when this onslaught of
You heard what Benny said.
offensive comes down. Yeah,
Yeah, Benny wasn't mincing
we'll
words.
see how discriminatory they are with their targets.
Yeah. How about we get into a zone that we're way more comfortable in? Because at this point, I'm just uncomfortable.
All right, fair enough.
Did you watch the game last night?
Some of it,
The Raiders.
yeah.
The Pack. Mark Davis is just...
Only thing creepier looking than him was his broad.
I know, right?
That plastic, it's so disgusting to me.
Yeah.
That look, that's so fake. The big fucking lips, the shiny fucking skin.
Yeah, no wrinkles.
Stretched fucking thing, titties out to the fucking here.
Yeah.
It's disgusting to me.
It is so gross.
It is.
It's so gross.
and-
Ladies, stop doing that.
Trust me, stop it.
Stop it. I don't know
Although,
anybody.
hey, fucking, he's worth a hell of a lot more than I am.
Yeah, his dad gave him a lot.
Yep.
Yes,
And
his
he's ugly,
dad gave
and
him a
he's
lot.
Goofy looking.
That
and-
haircut is one unto itself.
Yeah, that's arguably the worst of all time. When you can afford any fucking haircut you want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Or wig. It seems like he's still got hair.
Yeah, it's just a bowl cut.
Yeah, like legit Jim Carrey Dumb and Dumber bowl cut. But worse, if you can believe that. So he's had special guests in his box before.
Well, I bet he has.
That chick we saw last night was an Australian guitarist named Orienthi. And both of us, when they had her on screen, both of us were like, yikes. She's like
Yeah.
38 years old. First off, she looks
Was she
48.
really?
Look at that dude's hair. What the fuck are we doing, dude?
I know.
Oh, there he is with longer hair.
At one point, yeah. And then he's gone back to the bowl. He was younger there. Is that him? Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And then, yeah, what happened, dude?
What is that?
What happened? You had, look at,
It's decent hair.
I mean, that's fucking right. That's so respectable right there. Like,
Yeah.
you pull box, like, you could kill it right there. And then you went straight Opie. Look at that hairline.
Dude.
I mean, what is that? Who pay? I mean, Who pays for that? Who walks out of there? Who, when they hold it up and they get done, they put the little mirror behind your head.
Yeah,
You get to see the bowl from all angles. Who goes?
Nailed it.
That's it right there. That's the one. That's what I wanted.
God.
That looks good. Thank you. Here's your tip.
Can anyone have the balls to ask him? Has anyone asked Mark Davis about his haircut? I mean, if I was media there, I would have to. Fine, boot me, and I'm never allowed to cover the Raiders again. Who cares? I would have to go, sir. At this point, it's distracting.
Yeah.
And
what is going on?
I know we're here to talk about the team,
right?
Silver and
You're
Black.
worth $500 million.
Just
sir.
win,
Can
baby.
You just get a real fucking. I mean, it's just terrible, dude.
Just tell me the thought process behind the haircut. That's that's the only question I'll ask this season. I'll leave you alone.
Right? Is that a blow nose? Like his nose is disappearing.
Yeah.
It's just running away from his face. Maybe that's what it is.
Did you find Orienthi?
No, that's what yeah, what is it? How O-R?
I'm sorry. ORIANTHI. So he was spotted a few weeks ago with this 25-year-old influencer in Vegas, Cirque du Soleil girl, Hayden Hopkins, and people thought this might be her again. But this time
this
it was
does not look like her. There's no way this is that chick.
Not from the one we saw.
No way this is that chick.
They say it was.
She is not, well, maybe.
So people start speculating, oh my God, are they dating this and that? Well, she took to one of them.
She better come out real fast. Hell to the gnaw.
She says, MD, Mark Davis, is a legend. He's my neighbor friend. Fun game. By the way, he was caught on camera shouting, "What an asshole!" Apparently, he was talking about Josh McDaniels.
Oh, yeah?
He opted for his team to kick a field goal instead of trying for a touchdown. They ended up winning anyways. Thank you to the Raiders. They knocked off the Pack 17-13. Yeah. Hey, the more separation between this Lions squad and anyone else in the North, I'll take it.
Maybe she's not as bad as we thought here.
It was pretty bad on TV what we were looking at. Well, you know what it was? It was just like, of course, that's what he brought to the game.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
that looks like every other fake.
Yeah, but that doesn't look as bad as what I remember last night being.
Yeah.
But whatever, yeah. In the hair, looks like the bowl's receding.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Have you seen that Vegas sphere? Speaking of Vegas,
that's cool as shit, dude.
It's crazy.
Is it U2 that's doing a residency inside there? Is that what that is?
U2 did the first show.
Oh.
In there.
I thought that was like they were doing a residency in there.
So when I was in, I was actually in Addison, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And with Raj, and there were a couple chicks. This chick walks up to us, and she starts talking to Raj like she knows him. She's like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever." Blah, 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 all this shit. Turns out he has no fucking clue who she is. None. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, "We're not going to wait all day. Are you guys going to come outside and hang out with us?" And I was like, sure. You know, this is kind of wild. And we go out there. Well, the two chicks that were out there had been to that U2 show in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And they were showing us videos.
Yeah, they're doing a residency.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen
some of the video from inside?
From outside,
well,
like
both.
Across the fucking strip.
Yeah, the
yellow face.
The different things they're doing. They do all kinds of different shit, and they because they can make it whatever they want.
Yeah,
it's been a bunch of different things, but inside, have you seen what it's like inside?
I've seen videos.
Yeah, of all. I mean, that's a mind fuck.
Yeah,
going on in there. The display that they can do in that full sphere,
dude,
with the graphics.
I was watching one guy golfing. He's on a golf course.
Yeah.
And he's lining up, and the yellow, it's just a
that's
yellow
not
ball.
Real.
What do you mean?
I saw that video, but that's not real, is it?
Yeah.
Looking up, watching this ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think that's the point.
Okay.
That this thing's eyes are going down where you're teeing off, and it's looking down at you, and then up, and like it's following your ball.
So the Sphere in downtown Vegas is paying attention to a guy teeing off on a golf course 3 miles away? Okay.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, are people fucking with it? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think that's not accurate, I think. Unless it could just be, a coincidence that you can see it, and that's what it happened to be doing at the time.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with the actual golfer.
I wasn't thinking so, but I don't know if they're allowed to or they're able to put that anywhere they want. And it's like anybody who golfs today is going to get this. What looks like the yellow ball is looking at you.
Seen what the sphere's done?
No.
Look at that's it. It's a giant eye.
Wow.
Oh, fuck off! Stop it. Yeah, it's done they do all kinds of crazy stuff. Tennis ball, globe, like they can make it whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's so cool, dude.
I wonder how it looks up close.
It's probably an Israeli flag right now. Would be my guess.
They had it all done up for Monday Night Football last night.
Oh, did they? Did it look like a football, or what they do? Just
it's
a logo?
Black like that, and then it had the Monday Night Football logo on it.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go with the Bengals.
Yeah.
Because they were in town, maybe. But yeah, just super cool. Like, I mean, it's unique. I first time I saw it, I didn't think it was real.
No, I know.
Like I saw one of these, something like that. I just thought it was fake.
Yeah. Shit, they're gonna make me go back to Vegas, aren't
Inside's even cooler, man. Like
crazy. Too bad it's you too.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
why did I do that?
Fucking, I hate you too.
Yep, I know it. I was hoping that it was going to be like, just a concert venue. You know, like that's what they were going to do and just have concerts in there.
And they're not.
No, because this is U2's residency. Like they're doing it. This is part of whatever casino it's affiliated with.
Really?
Yeah.
So for what? The foreseeable future?
Yeah.
Forever?
For the foreseeable future, yes.
Yeah. Well, they'll bring someone else in. I guess, I'd go see U2 just to go to that. I'd put up with U2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would go see U2 to go check that out rather than not go check it out.
Yeah.
But I would much rather it be something else.
Yeah. Huh.
Well,
You
that's that.
familiar, excuse me, I'm sorry. You familiar with the Mitchell Six?
The Mitchell Six.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's South Dakota baseball team, okay, or baseball player Lincoln Bates is one of these kids.
All right.
I don't get this. So one of the 6 South Dakota baseball players charged with rape of a minor boy,
Oh boy.
says he doesn't fear prison because he's confident he'll be acquitted. So I think what you have here, travel baseball team,
Yep.
a lot of rich kids.
Some hazing going on?
Yeah.
All right.
I just never understood. I've been on 1,000 teams growing up.
Yep.
No one ever wanted to touch my dick, my balls, my butt, my taint,
me either.
my perineum. Never. Nothing.
No, never.
They didn't.
Nope.
No one even pantsed me.
No. I mean, we duct taped guys to the goalpost.
Yeah,
Things
that's
like
been done.
that. You had
Shaving creamed people.
stupid shit like that, but
Yeah.
not nothing sexual ever.
No.
Like ever.
Never.
Never even nudity related.
So, an exclusive interview. Daily Mail went to this kid's house, sat outside and interviewed Mr. Mitchell here. As an 18-year-old, I'm sorry, at his home in Mitchell. Okay, the town is Mitchell. I'm sorry. 18-year-old Lincoln Bates said, "I am innocent of the charges against me. The charges against me are bogus, false." He went on to deny that he participated in any activity that led to the charges of second-degree rape and aiding and abetting second-degree rape. Bates is one of a half dozen baseball players from the Mitchell Post 18 American Legion team charged with raping 2 of their younger teammates. So this took place between June 1 and June 4. They were playing at a tournament in Rapid City, South Dakota. Here's the problem for them. It's 275 miles from Mitchell, okay, where they're from, where they're like have sounds like a lot of influence in the community.
Yeah.
Because they're rich fucking parents.
Not so much in Idaho or South Dakota.
Not so much 275 miles away from Mitchell.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
they're
Mitchell's
from.
in South. Yeah.
Yeah.
That part of South Dakota.
Other accusers, God, it's just hilarious how name trends work. You know, like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got Hudson Haley, Carter Miller, Landon Waddle, Peyton Mandel, and Carter Simpson.
2 Carters.
2 Carters. One with a K, though, bruh.
Oh, God damn it. Wait, did you just name 5 names?
Hudson Haley, Carter Miller, Landon Waddle, Peyton Mandel, and Carter Simpson.
Those
are the other 5
Oh.
accused with.
That's the other 5. Okay.
Yeah, Lincoln Bates, man.
What the fuck, dude? That's so bad.
It sure is.
No wonder we're doomed as a
Right?
society.
I got Carter with a K. Your parents are even cooler than mine. I get stuck with fucking Carter with a C, dog.
Oh, man.
Landon Waddell. All right. They all appeared in court last week and pled not guilty, while 4 of the defendants are facing up to 50 years if convicted. Landon
shit.
Waddell and
What'd they do to this kid?
Hudson Haley could be jailed for up to 150 years as they're accused of sexually assaulting a second boy. The 2 victims are 16-year-old boys on the team. Guys, you're doing this wrong.
Yeah, right.
You're doing this way wrong.
Wow.
Second-degree rape in South Dakota is defined as an act of sexual penetration with any person through the use of force, coercion, or threats of immediate or great bodily injury. So you can't talk them into it.
Well, coercion, not convincing, right? It doesn't count. Convincing doesn't count.
I don't know. Depends what courtroom you're in.
Yeah. I can convince them.
Dude, yeah, I just talked them into it. Coercion. Well, not really.
Let's see. The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. Okay.
So what is that?
That's
coercion?
basically threatening them. Coercion. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the definition of coercion. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So there was no threats on the end of that.
No.
Just threaten them with a good time.
Yeah. When asked if there was any penetration, all right, so they're interviewing Bates here.
All right.
They're interviewing Lincoln. Lincoln Bates is dumb enough to talk to the Daily Mail on his front lawn.
What an idiot.
Fucking Lincoln, come on. You got to think.
Don't you listen to the show? We've told you time and time again.
Yeah.
When the Daily Mail
Lawyer.
comes knocking, don't answer.
Lawyer. You don't go, I'm innocent. You just go, oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Lawyer. No, you don't talk to the media. But he did. He's like, there was no penetration. No one was anally raped. They're all fake charges.
Well, that sounds like a legitimate statement.
Yeah.
There's no penetration. No one was anally raped. They're fake charges.
Okay.
It's not like, well, let's see if he continues to incriminate himself.
When pressed further on the events that led to the charges,
Here we
said,
go.
None of your business. It doesn't sound like the answer of a totally innocent young man, but you know.
Yeah. Well, what if you did, okay, if you didn't anally rape him, what did you do?
He was then
Nothing.
asked if the 2 victims lied to the grand jury, and he said, there was no penetration.
Oh.
He's really hung up on that.
Yes.
I did not stick my dick in his ass.
Well, that seems to be the dividing line of 50 to 100 years in prison.
Yeah.
It's the penetration part of this. So
does it matter? Because I think it should. Does it matter if it's your dick penetrating or your finger or your tongue?
I don't think it does.
That's harsh.
But penetration,
Is penetration.
what if I stick my finger in your nose? Is that penetration?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 years, son. Don't even think about it.
Well, all right. There you go.
Family members of the alleged victim said the 4 teens had digitally raped the younger boys.
That's finger.
That's finger, right? When you
yeah.
digitally, can you digitally
Or did they do it
penetrate?
online? Did they electronically rape the guy?
Can you digitally penetrate an anus with your panus? Or is it straight finger? Is that digital penetration?
I don't know.
And you got to hope one of those kids
I can
on
count
that
to
team,
21. Should count as a digit.
Yeah, yeah. God. Some have characterized the incident as just a hazing or initiation ritual gone too far.
Yeah, I'd say that's too far.
When you start unbuckling pants, at
Yep.
that point, someone's got to step in and go, gentlemen,
Yep.
gentlemen, this is the part in the story where someone needs to go, guys, I think we're going too far.
When the term digital comes into play, you went too far.
Yeah. Attorney Laura Rotzel vehemently disagrees with characterizing the incident as such, that being hazing. Although the case has been characterized as hazing, initiation, that's not what this case is at all. It's disturbing to me that it's being characterized that way. It's a sexual assault case. We need to stop calling it anything other than that. It just so minimizes and undermines the situation we have here, which is a very serious criminal offense involving 2 sex assaults. Not just sexual assault, but a forcible sexual assault. Haley is accused of raping both the victims and is facing decades if convicted. He has the solid support of his parents. His mom said, I would love to talk to you about this case, but I can't due to the gag order. Keep pursuing it. There are a lot of interesting things going on here. Yeah, mom's they'll buy anything.
What are the chances that this is like the backup pitcher and trying to get the
first string kid off the
starter get off the mound,
trying to blow the ace out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we find out it's a battery situation, they're trying to get the first string catcher and pitcher out.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe these youngsters were pushing for positions.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, all right. Mom, I love this when it's like your spoiled rich kid comes home from baseball camp and he's like, Mom, this is bull. They're like saying I raped this kid because we stuck a few fingers in his can. The fuck?
Right?
You know what I mean? Oh my God. They're fucking going after Carter with a K, Landon, Peyton, and me.
How many fingers are in that ass?
You got to hope none of the kids on the team are like E.T. Remember those fucking E.T. fingers?
Yeah. They were long, but they were skinny.
They were skinny, but still.
Like those weird long knuckles, like a anal bead coming out.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking hit the light, shows up in your belly.
It's coming. Open your mouth, there's light coming out of it.
So his father, Michael, a surgeon, said God always sheds light on the truth.
Well, we'll find out.
I don't know if I'd want God shedding much light on this truth, though, sir.
Well, listen,
No
if my
offense.
son's innocent of this, I want all the light to be shown appropriately.
Only one side of the story is being told, his dad says.
The light will be shined where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, there you go. So his dad says, look, only one side of the story is being told. Yes, they fingered their butts digitally. However, kids were asking for it. Maybe.
Right?
I don't know.
They were backing up into it.
Wait till you hear the other side of the story of how those fingers got in those asses.
Yeah. Ask who brought the lube.
Yeah. No further questions, Your Honor. We are relying on God, and that is where the truth will be revealed.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know if God's the one to go to here.
He's going to be the best character witness for you here.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even regardless of whether or not there was actual digital penetration or not.
Yeah.
God's still frowning on your kid.
Yeah.
He frowned on him the name as soon as you named him with a K.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harder. He was up there rolling his eyes.
Yeah. He's like,
Fucking people. South fucking Dakota, I swear to God.
Unfortunately, in this society right now, you are guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around. I agree with him there.
Yeah.
He's not wrong about that.
I misspoke. I swear to me.
Yeah.
That's what he would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. It doesn't sound good, and I know kids do really stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, but it's taken this weird turn recently that I just don't seem to recall. Maybe it was just fortunate that it just missed us, but that I don't remember ever even hearing like stories of that or threats of it.
No, I heard when I got to Harrison, I heard of one story, involving a girl.
I'm talking hazing.
Yeah, well,
That wasn't hazing.
well, it was just
that's
shit-faced assholes at a party.
I understand that, but that's
Right, but it's
I'm talking about it. I'm talking about hazing specifically.
Right.
I won't go down that road.
Have you ever seen the video?
Huh?
Have you ever seen it? I know someone who has.
No comment.
Okay.
Poor girl.
Yeah. It's fucking bullshit is what it is. I think about her quite often.
I bet you do.
I never even met her.
Oh, no?
No, she was gone long before I got there.
Oh.
Yeah. Believe it or not, you need to switch schools when stories like that
Yeah, it
start
sure
going
does.
around.
Yeah.
So I joined after everything had happened, thank God.
I dated her.
Did you really?
Yeah. I did.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Classmates of the accused here at Mitchell High School said students there are embarrassed by these 6 boys and their actions. They all come from wealthy and influential families in the area. Another resident of Mitchell said the accused families have power and influence here, but where the crime took place in Rapid City, they're unknown there. If they're found guilty, they should all serve several years in prison. As for the 2 that were allegedly penetrated digitally, the boys are surviving. As you can imagine, they're embarrassed, confused.
A little sore.
Yeah, a little sore. They are teens. They do not have the mental ability right now to process what's happening. Oh, I bet they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know.
They're confused.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
They're both looking at each other.
Are they going to respect me in the morning?
Yeah. I dug that way more than I should have. Jesus Christ. At the time, they feel like they are to blame, even though they're clearly the victim. These young men were assaulted by people they looked up to, their own teammates. I would be, on its face, I would be like, I don't know. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine the scenario where everybody would be a go for something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I get taping someone to a goalpost. I get hitting them with
Just good
shaving
old-fashioned
cream,
fun.
cutting their hair.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. I even, like, haven't we heard stories of, being up at a lake somewhere at a camping grounds and, stripping someone naked, throwing them in the water or hiding clothes. Like, I've heard of shit like that.
Talk them into, go skinny dipping, whatever,
Skinny
and then
dipping, yeah.
you take their clothes and run away,
Right.
whatever, things like that.
Stupid shit. Right.
Yes.
But this idea of, like, especially your own
digitally
fingers.
raping someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I think there's just a lot of underlying sexual aggression here and homoerotic fucking feelings for some of these people that are just trying to get it out in some way. I don't know. I mean, I can't possibly.
Seems weird you have 6 Moes on a team that doesn't know what to do with their sexual.
Like I said, I don't understand it. I really don't. It just doesn't really compute in my fucking brain. Having grown up in all different sports, all different leagues, all different levels, never was that ever a thing.
No. No.
So I just don't know where, like, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
and I can't imagine a team of guys being
and I get
like,
hazing.
yeah, great idea.
I get hazing.
Yeah.
I get fucking with the new guys and the freshmen and I can respect that on some level, the just the process, but not sexually, I don't get it, man.
No.
I just don't get it.
No.
Frats were like that too. Frats always seemed fucking gay to me anyway.
Yeah, totally.
But
we used to rag on Derek when he joined. I mean, we had a blast at his frat parties.
yeah, for
his
sure.
Frat party, those
Yeah.
guys were awesome.
Oh, those fags were great.
Yeah, but it did seem like, oh wow, I'm buying 300 friends.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
like Derek would never have problems meeting friends, and I get, you and I were not fucking scholars for the most part, so maybe it would have been different but I'm with you. I never understood, like, wait a minute, why are you paying? But I don't. And we have. You're right. We have seen hazing incidents with them where, they
Seems
make you get
yeah.
totally fucking drunk and then.
Yeah, I don't know. There seems like it just seems like there's always that undertone.
So what do you
on a lot
think
of that stuff.
if we had to totally irresponsibly speculate? My guess is something happened here.
Yes.
Like when you are telling the press, hey, there was no anal penetration. It's like, okay.
What if? All right. So
what
here's
was
the thing.
there then?
None
of your business.
The 6 dudes walked in on the other 2 banging, and they were so embarrassed they came up with a story. The other 6 threatened that they were going to tell everybody that they were banging each other.
Yeah.
And they came up with a story that the other guys raped them.
I think they just beat the shit out of the 16-year-olds for even thinking that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't. You asked me to irresponsibly
No,
speculate.
no, that's great. That was good. I wouldn't have thought of that.
All right. Because that way you can go, get the rape kit and show the anal
there was
fissures.
a dick very, very deep in this asshole. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
There was signs of penetration.
Yeah. A lot of torn fibers, if you will, anal fissures, perhaps.
That sounds awful. I hope those kids have insurance.
Yeah.
Do you have insurance?
I think
Are you
so.
paying too much for health insurance?
Nope.
Are you uninsured?
Nope.
Well, health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173 and protect that butt.
RadioFor1.com is live. You can get your merch there, your T-shirts like the fancy one T-Roy's wearing right now, sweatshirts, hats, winter beanies, all that stuff. Links to our Amazon link, Amazon Canada link. Great ways to support the show.
Amazon Prime Day.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
When is that? Is it starting
Today
now?
and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
11th and 12th? Or no, tomorrow and 10th and 11th, 11th and 12th, whatever it is.
Yeah. I think that's tomorrow.
Either way.
So today's.
I just don't remember what days it is. It's either today and tomorrow or tomorrow and the other day.
Yeah.
But whatever. When you're buying your shit, keep us in mind.
Keep us in mind. So just go to radiofor1.com, ONE1, Radio for One, and click on our link and shop as normal. Also, a link to our Patreon page is there. And those are the best ways to support the show. I promise you.
Let's see. Trying to find it. Doesn't tell me what days they are. Must because it's
I
going
think it's
on
10
right
and
now.
11. I think you're right.
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah, today and tomorrow. So
get on it.
yeah. Jerry Seinfeld. God, I don't know what's going on with me.
I think you're a little tired.
I think I am. I slept pretty well last night, actually. Oh,
good.
For the first time in.
You know, I started I used a sleep tracker app. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
It was paralleled with my chair yoga app.
Okay.
The new me.
Yeah.
I used it the last 2 nights just to see. I don't know. But check it out. I want to know. And I don't pay for like the premium because it's too much than I want to pay. But it records all my snoring and stuff. And I gotta pay to hear it.
Pay to hear it.
Yeah, like it shows me what I did, but it doesn't. Like I got to get the next version up if I want to replay the things. But it tracks all my stuff. It's amazing how accurate it is.
Really?
Like the first night I was amazed. Monday,
Yeah.
well, Sunday night into Monday, I had a sleep score of like 96 or 95 or something.
Is that good?
Yeah, like out of 100. Like I was slept the shit out of it.
Okay.
And then I remember like setting it up and going to bed, and it's like, all right, just leave it on your nightstand, fucking plugged in, blah blah blah. And I set it down at like 10 o'clock, whatever, and rolled over, and I knew I was asleep like pretty quick. I checked it in the morning. It was like started at 10:01, asleep at 10:03. I was like, damn.
Really?
Okay, nice job. It tells me when I like move, when I snore, like when I'm in deep sleep. It does all this kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with this data, but I decided I wanted to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Just that, speaking of sleeping.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
But I was impressed that I slept. I mean, I know I sleep pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm out, man. That's
Yeah.
it. I go down.
I obviously don't. This is why I start yawning an hour and 5 minutes into a show.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm boring you.
No, it's not you.
Oh, thank God.
I swear. I'm going to make you do some ass T-Roys in a little bit. But
Okay.
Seinfeld, big fan, right?
I'll
of his
say fan.
stand-up, of
I'll
his-
say fan.
The show.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a big fan, though. That sounded like a mediocre fan.
Yeah. I don't think he's as amazing as everyone else does. I mean, I like him. I respect him. I did enjoy the show,
Yeah.
but I don't put Seinfeld on this pedestal that everybody else does.
I don't either. Except the Seinfeld show, I do.
That's fine.
His comedy, no. Not at all.
Yeah, I just mean overall. I mean, the show was fine, was
Yeah.
good, but above average.
Oh, I thought the show was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did.
But I don't know so does that make everyone that was on the show amazing? To just Jerry? What about Newman? Was Newman amazing?
no,
Okay. He was on the show.
Jason Alexander was.
He was great.
So was
Kramer.
Mm-hmm. The three main leads outside of Jerry were,
Yeah,
you
it was
could
strong.
tell-
Strong as hell.
Yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all libtard douchebags now. They can't wait to, But on that show, they were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Stiller.
Oh, that's classic.
I mean-
oh, big time.
So Seinfeld was doing a Q&A at the, he was performing at the Wang Theater in Boston
Okay.
on Saturday. So someone in the crowd during this Q&A part yelled something out like, "Did you like the end of the show?"
Like
And
the finale of Seinfeld asking?
yeah, where
Okay.
they all go to
Yes.
jail.
Yep.
Right? I think that episode got hammered. Like there's just no way to live up to the expectations.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that Curb, like Larry David has said, there will be no announcement of a final season. It'll just
done.
end.
Yeah, when we're done, we're done.
We're done. We're done. And if I want to come back in 10 years, I'll come back in 10 years. If I
Because
wanna
he took a long break, didn't
yeah,
he?
he's taking years off. A couple of years here, whatever.
Come back and do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
We need a little money. Go just fire it back up.
Why not?
Yeah.
Easy to do, and I respect that where it's like there's no anticipation building of a final thing
Yes.
like, oh my God, this is the last one. Like, how do you prepare when you've done a decade of something to like this encapsulates all like you
Yeah.
can't. There were so many moments in a show like that it's like it's impossible. I thought what they did was kind of unique, like putting them on
they were
trial.
all, like they were
and-
all fucking terrible people,
Yeah.
basically, in the end.
and it brought all the. I should go back and watch that episode and see
how it holds up.
It holds
It's
up.
not a
If
bad idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because the timing is completely different now to what, like, at the time of watching it, and
Right.
understanding it. So it might hit a little different now.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, someone yells this out. Did you like the ending of the show? And the crowd starts clapping and whatnot. And he's like, well, I have a little secret for you about the ending, but I can't really tell it because it is a secret. Here's what I'll tell you, okay? But you can't tell anybody. Something's going to happen that has to do with that ending. Hasn't happened yet. And just what you were thinking about, Larry and I have also been thinking about it too. So you'll see.
So they're going to have a reunion. They all get out of jail.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised. They all need it
What?
to come bring Seinfeld back.
Really?
You don't
Why?
think so?
No.
Who's killing it right now?
Oh, I think Jerry. I think they all made so much fucking money it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they burned through it.
You're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah.
And when was the last time any of them did anything?
Well,
I mean, Jerry's still, doing his stuff, but
Yeah.
Look, have you seen Alexander in anything? Kramer, after the N-bomb, he's off the face of the planet. I don't even know if they'd bring him back for the fucking
yeah, they
reunion.
would. They love him.
They'd have to.
But they all
they
did
would.
Curb, and had great roles on Curb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did a season basically dedicated to Seinfeld.
Yeah, I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been the best of all of them since.
Yeah, she's done
Career-wise.
lots of movies.
Yeah,
and-
Veep, she had a show for a while, a couple
Yeah,
different ones.
yeah.
The New Adventures of Old Christine. Look at me,
Okay,
I'm
all
pulling
right.
shit fucking from the way back.
I like it.
Yeah, something else now she's doing, but I think she's worked more than all of them combined.
Baby. Michael Richards for sure.
Yeah, like I said, after that,
Yeah, the N-bomb flurry.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll shut your career down real fast.
Yeah.
Although he did have a monumental role with J. Chris Newberg as his
He
father.
did.
That was fantastic.
That is very, very true, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Yeah, with the slap heard around the world.
Would you? I think those people could pull that off again.
Those people.
Those
Of
people.
course they could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of all shows, if you wanted to bring it back, because it's basically continued on with an R-rated version on Curb.
Mm-hmm.
Curb is just Seinfeld
Exactly.
with stronger language.
Yeah, well-
it's basically the same premise.
Theoretically, yes, it is.
I mean,
right?
it's really not much different.
Yeah, because it was based in real life. You know, when you're talking about the Yankees and Steinbrenner, and the characters that came out and off the show, were real people.
Yeah.
In certain roles, so that it was interwoven with the real world.
Yeah.
With fictional characters.
Yeah. It was great. I think it was a great show, and I think they could easily do that again. I don't know where they would, but I'm listening.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I can see it. It's going to be a corner in New York. And all four of them are just going to be walking up together by themselves, and they're going to bump into each other in the corner right in front of the coffee shop.
All right. It's not bad.
Not bad.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Before we get to some ST Roy, an email. Career building conference just for the ladies. Okay, wants to give the bitches opportunities they don't get normally, because those big bad meanie men come and hog all the good jobs.
Yeah. What is this for? Like,
The tech industry.
I thought it was like,
Porn?
like custodial.
No. They're not jumping on fishing boats, doing custodial work. No, it's intended to boost women's opportunities to get a job in the tech industry.
Hey, bitches, learn to code.
Yeah. Unfortunately for these ladies, there were a few other ladies that showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And coded the shit out of them. Took all the good jobs,
Just
did
a
they?
handful of us non-binary ladies here at the ladies' conference.
Oh, the road to hell, my man.
Road to hell.
Yep. Well, you can't. It's discriminatory.
Yeah.
It's sexist.
The Grace Hopper celebration event in Orlando, Florida, September 26 to 29, was touted as the world's largest gathering of women and non-binary technologists. Video showed scores of ladies attending the event and jumping into recruiting lines and just going, yeah, I'm non-binary, causing outrage among actual women.
It's indefensible.
It's hysterical.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies, again, you're going to have to keep taking on the tits for a little while longer. Sorry. The lawsuits will come. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll straighten this out. But for right now,
For now, you're going to lose every national title and
yeah, you're going to lose everything.
collegiate record.
You're going to lose a lot. Sorry. You're going to take one on the tits for quite a bit longer. The ladies paid up to $1,300 for a single ticket for the conference.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You paid $1,600, $1,300
Yeah.
to go to this conference to maybe get a job?
Yeah,
Okay. Sounds like a racket.
it sure does. Many women.
We should have a conference.
Yeah, I think we
Job
should
conference
too.
for sure. We should
Yeah.
put something together.
I like it. I think we could.
Yeah, we'll hire one person.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get thousands of applicants.
Yes. It'll be a huge hit. We'll invite ladies.
Yeah.
Just ladies. We'll let them all come in.
Start your internship.
Many women took to social media to express their frustration, slamming the event organizer, Anita B., a company that says it focuses on helping women.
Anita D.
Anita B. Anita D. Yeah, I think you're right. They focus on helping women and non-binary technologists succeed. Anita B. addressed the issue in a statement saying they saw an increase in participation of self-identifying ladies.
Self-identifying ladies.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Self-identifying males, too. But dismissed calls to ban men from future events, saying we must comply with federal non-discrimination law and provide an inclusive space. We're at an inflection point. The way forward for AnitaB.org involves a commitment to progress and inclusivity for women and non-binary technologists.
Well, that was in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Because didn't Big Ron blow out the NHL for something like that a while back when they were trying to get minorities involved in in hockey, and they had a big job forum, expo, whatever it was that they had, job fair, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. It's racist.
Yeah.
You can't be
Discriminate
exclusionary just
on these things.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like, I understand you're trying to do something good, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah. So they are Anita B., the company, had a statement, was blasted by numerous people. So they said the way forward for Anita B. is commitment to progress and for women and non-binary, prompting us to continually evaluate our policies, procedures, and your overall event experience. That was blasted by numerous actual ladies who said their experience at the conference was ruined and they felt intimidated by men who skipped panel discussions and seminars and showcased aggressive behavior to get in line first. Out of the way, bitch. I ain't got time for your fucking seminars, your gay little fucking coffee shop over there. Get in line first.
I'm over here. I'm getting this job.
Just a lady hopping in line, just like all the other ladies. Paid my $1,300. Don't mind me. Is anyone else's ladies' balls itching in this room? It feels like there's some pollen in the air. It's making my lady balls itch like crazy.
I really am in the mood for, ladies, a shower. Anybody with me? Let's go to the locker room, shall we?
One woman saying she witnessed escalating violence from men at the conference. I'm beyond sad and disappointed in
you
Anita
did
B.
not stop it.
For its underwhelming response to this situation, especially because of how much time and
Escalating
energy.
Violence. Shut up.
I know.
You did
Get
not.
over
First of
yourself.
all, these are all nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds, chicks with dicks,
Yeah.
whatever. There was no violence.
No. Just someone standing there with a fucking 5 o'clock shadow does not equate violence.
Right.
Let's see. I went in full of excitement and had to leave promptly from witnessing escalating violence from men. But wait, you want me to call them allies, right? I prepared months in advance for what ended up being one of the worst experiences I've ever had. A short speech and a post on LinkedIn is not even close to enough. Do better. Another woman blasted the company, providing an inclusive space for male attendees to physically shove and intimidate women while taking their interview slots and buying up tickets so they can't attend the sold-out event. Cry emoji. Complacency and silence in times of oppression is siding with the oppressor. Again, to Troy's point. They're nerds dressed up at a fucking tech conference.
They're in there just like
pretending to be ladies so
bouncers
they can
going through a
job.
mosh pit. Just fuck off, bitch. My job. This is mine.
Stop it. Oh my God, the violence. You know what?
10011001001001.
By the way, Anita B., this might be the problem here. Anita B., Chief Impact Officer or CIO, Cullen White, a man, addressed the obvious ploy by men.
Addressed, okay.
Yeah. To identify as non-binary to get access. Yesterday, it became clear that there are a far greater number of cis men attending than we anticipated. Simply put, some of you lied when you registered, and evidenced by the stacks and stacks of resumes you're passing out. You did so because you thought you could come here and take space and try to get a job. Like you're doing, sir. You're dressed up as a fucking woman trying to be the CIO of a fucking woman's organization.
How do you know? Oh, he's dressed like a chick?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Dude. Why? How do you know he's dressed like a chick?
I thought he was. I thought it said that in the article, but maybe it didn't.
I missed that part.
Cullen White, yes, very good.
Yeah, I missed that part of it.
Yeah.
But so you're telling me that that sometimes people will take advantage of a situation like that?
Shut
Can't
it.
possibly be real.
Yeah. That's why we continually say the road to hell is paved with wonderful intentions. Mm-hmm. It all sounds great.
Hashtag believe all women.
Yeah.
Even if they have a dick.
Yep. Hilarious. Yeah, if you haven't figured out the world and how it operates yet, I don't know what to tell you. I expect that out of high school kids. They're full of piss and vinegar, hormones, testosterone, blowing their shit out. They're a fucking spaz. But once you get past that stage, if you don't see how the world operates and that people are always looking for an angle to take advantage of a situation, what, you think you're going to have we're going to have an exclusive women's conference, and it's going to be also for non-binaries, and dudes aren't going to go, all right, well, there's my end. All I got to do is compete with a bunch of fucking chicks. Hilarious. Yeah, I'll go fucking dominate this.
Sure thing, Heather Swanson.
Yeah.
That's why we can't have a good kibitz anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, it always gets ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Homophobe.
Look at all
Transphobe.
these transphobes all around me. Oh, yeah. Just ask Heather Swanson.
I love Macho Man.
Yeah, he was great.
Legit.
Is he dead now?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I think he's still alive. Miss Elizabeth's gone.
You know who I used to
Oh,
love
wait.
too?
Macho Man might have passed. Mm-hmm. I think he did a few years ago.
I really liked The Ultimate Warrior for a minute, too.
Which one?
What do you mean?
There was two.
Was there?
Yep.
I don't know, the one that would fly off dressed like a bird or
Yeah, but they tried to like substitute one in there because
Really?
I think the first one died. They just had another guy that wasn't quite as big and yoked and just painted his face up, looked kind of like him, but they painted his face so you couldn't really tell.
Probably would have been the 80s. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yep. Yeah, Macho Man's did.
Yeah, I thought so.
2011. I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yep.
I dressed like him for Halloween one year.
Did you really?
Yeah. I killed it too.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you wear the tights?
No, I didn't go full tights. No, but I had the hair, had the glasses, had the shirt cut up and all that shit. Had the shit tied around the arms, all of it.
Hell
I was
yeah.
pretty yoked.
Yep. All right.
I could pull it off.
I like it.
And I could not talk for a week because the whole night I talked like Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Elizabeth. Yeah. And I fucking lost my voice for literally like 3 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Oh,
talk.
I bet.
Yep.
I bet.
But it was worth it.
Dear T. Roy, my brother and I recently found out my father, who has been married for more than 30 years, is having sexual relations with other men.
Oh,
That'd be a tough one. I got to be honest.
Yeah, find out Dad's fucking
Yeah.
smoking pole.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be no offense.
Gonna make Christmas dinner a little fucking weird.
Yeah. If I went over to my folks' house and found out Bob was,
Yeah.
grinder like dude of the month, I'd just be like, whoa. I get it. If you're into that thing, that's great.
Sure,
Good for you.
yeah.
To each their own.
But that's gotta
Do
be a
you,
shock
but
to the system.
Boy, oh boy, that's got to hit kind of hard.
Yeah, right.
All
right.
So, this man accused my brother of being gay. He's not. Claims to be religious and sleeps next to my mother every night. I'm not sure how to approach this because honestly, I'm still in shock. My
How'd they find
brother
out?
is furious.
Okay.
We found a secret email address of Dad's, along with messages to men he has been meeting.
Oh, boy.
Some of them describe him bringing men over while our mom is at work. He tells us he's going to the store to visit a friend in the hospital, etc. We found out he's really been sneaking around with other dudes.
All right.
Our mother doesn't know any of this, and it was an accident that my brother and I found out. We were ridding his computer of a virus. Should I say something to my father? How do I approach it? How do I forgive him for accusing my brother of being gay when it's him all along? I don't know that that's the avenue you take.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's
not my segment, but
Right. Maybe we could approach this with a little more compassion, perhaps.
all right.
Than being so, attacking.
Yeah.
But
Seems like you're focused on the wrong thing. Like, yeah, you even told my brother he was gay, and he wasn't.
right? I see what you did.
Okay. Let me finish here.
Boy.
How do I get my brother to stop being so angry at him? I feel like I could go on forever with a million questions. More than anything, I'm heartbroken, confused, and angry. Our community and culture frown upon the gay. I have nothing against the alphabet community because my generation is different. I have some close friends who are gay, although I don't tell my dad because he says he thinks it's disgusting. I'm not sure how to approach this. Please help. Holding dad's secret.
Yeah, well, that's generally how that works. The ones that balk the loudest are choking on the balls.
Yeah.
Generally. It's a tough situation. The real loser here is mom, I think.
Yeah.
And, at some point you're going to have a conversation because you could try and approach dad with some sort of an ultimatum. Say, look, Mo, we know what's going on here. It's bullshit what you're doing to mom.
Yeah. You got 24 hours to tell mom where I am.
Or, this stops now.
Oh, yeah.
Or we're going to
you're
tell
gonna
her,
stop
but
that.
that's never going to stop.
No.
But you like to think.
So, T, would it make a difference to you if you found out, well, it's hard because your parents are divorced.
Yeah.
Like my parents, been together for 50 years, whatever it's been. And if I found out my dad was cheating on my mom, that would really be tough.
Yeah. Would it if it was just with a bitch, it would be tough?
Yeah.
Would be twice as bad if it was with a dude?
I think so.
And
I don't know why that is.
Would it be worse or not as bad? Because listen,
if he was just fucking some broad down the street, you know, because Pat stopped giving it up or something. Like,
okay,
all right,
yeah.
It
what
sucks.
if Pat's still giving it up, but Pat doesn't have a dick, and Bob just really wants some dick?
Yeah,
and Pat can't
it's
give
tough.
him a dick.
It's rough. I gotta be honest.
You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm dancing, tiptoeing on the line of homophobia here, and I don't mean to.
Sure.
But if I find out, like him and his buddy Roland have been best friends for shit since forever.
All right, so if you find out Bob's, all right, let's just say it's just straight, right? Bob's banging another chick.
Yeah.
Okay. And, how big of a difference does it make if she's
Can we do this with someone else's parents?
Okay, if Uwe was banging some other chick.
Well, no, you'd expect that. Let's throw Eric's parents.
Okay, Mr. Fady, if Mrs. Fady stopped giving it up.
Yeah.
No. Whatever. Doesn't matter
So you got
why.
Mike Fady and Fran Fady.
Doesn't matter why.
Okay.
Okay, my point is if you find out they're cheating, does it change based on the quality of the pussy he's getting?
Oh, so if he
If
upgraded
she's
it,
totally
could
a
be worth
smoke
it?
show, is it like
What was he supposed to do?
I can't
Yeah, what was he supposed to do?
fist bump and move on?
See, you would fist bump
But
Don.
if she's a
You
pig,
would.
dude, what the fuck, Dad?
Alabama Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
That's what the 2 will do, where the 5 is basically hung up her panties.
Yeah.
She's wearing the tan, full coverage bloomers that bore the shit out of me.
Right. I gave up years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
So.
Sure is. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
But I got to believe that the the shock and awe is directly proportionate to the quality of the cheat.
Yeah. I'm starting to think the more I think about it.
If you find out he's banging some 28-year-old fucking Insta model.
I mean,
like, goddamn, Dad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but then that means
I don't even think Pat could be mad.
That means
I'm sorry, Fran.
Yeah. That means she's spending my inheritance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Bob would be doing something to earn that 28-year-old snatch. You know what I mean? And that would affect me.
Free.
And there's no way I'd put up with that.
Wow.
So that bitch got to die now. But weird thing hit me while I was thinking about it, though.
Uh-oh.
If
a boner?
No, it wasn't a boner. If you found out your dad was cheating on your mom, and it was one time in 50 years, I think that's almost worse than he's been cheating a dozen times over the years.
Really?
Yeah.
No hall pass, nothing,
No, I think that if it was one time and it's like, what the fuck were you thinking, dude? But if you've just been that dude, and it's like, your dad's a fucking pig. He's been cheating his whole life. You go, that's my old man.
I think the one time's worse than a habitual.
I do.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why. Where it's like I can more wrap my head around that. Like, it had nothing to do with you, Mom. He just, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, what? Just in a moment of weakness and drunken stupor and crime of passion and circumstance. It just all the stars aligned, and then lived with a life of regret from that moment on.
Fuck that dude.
That's worse
Yeah.
than just being a piece of shit womanizer.
It seems more personal to my mom if it's one time and it's like, really, you couldn't hold out. You've gone 45 years of just marital bliss.
But Mike, she's taking the shitter.
Yeah, I know. But if it's like,
I haven't had butt sex in 20 years.
if he looked at his watch and went, dude, come on. How fucking old are you? I've been banging chicks since you were 2. Okay? Get over it. And it's, what about mom? Yeah, mom knows. She's not thrilled with it, but she's dealt with it.
That's a
She
different
raised the
story.
kids.
She's
and then I go,
complicit.
all right. But if it was one time, I'd be like, man, you ruined it. You had a fucking streak going that I thought was untouchable, and you fucked it up.
How'd you find out?
I don't know.
Okay. That matters too.
I hit on this 28-year-old accidentally. She
Hey,
fucking
I
spilled
fucked your
beans.
dad.
Wait a minute.
I know
That's weird.
you.
I'm dating this guy with the same last name as you, and he spells it that way too.
Right? Bring her in.
Shit.
Bring her to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hey.
Bob, candy. That's awkward moment. You're looking at her, Pat's looking at him.
Who's Candy? You mean Mercedes?
Cinnamon, is that you? I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
Anita D? What are you doing here?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Let's do some email and get out of here.
Okay.
Bo Biden.
Big boat. Dead
You
boat.
cannot write to correct me on something and then misspell the fucking correction.
Did you go B.O.?
B-O for Bo. B-E-A-U was Bo Biden.
Bo knows.
Yeah. Guys, sorry to write in and correct you, but you mentioned Bo Biden died of brain cancer. Truth is, he died in Iraq. I've personally heard President Roomba say this multiple times.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. Hey, that doesn't make it true.
No, I know. It's hilarious is what it is. Because, yes. Thank you, Connor. Dipshit President Roomba has said that many times. And every time his people are left scratching their heads. Like,
Jesus, not again.
oh, here he goes.
No. He was in Iraq, but he didn't die there.
Let's see.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, this goes back to Menendez. I've got a stack here
All right.
that I haven't gotten to. I'll just do a couple of them. I forget sometimes, but we do read all your emails. Walters@DetroitCast.com. Send us some good emails. Give us your thoughts. Maybe we're way off base. Maybe you had a hazing situation at your school, and that was common to, like, we shoved a fucking broom handle up a kid's ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Or if that's totally weird or, whatever, college experience. Love to hear about any of the stories we do. If you've got an experience, tell us where we're wrong. Tell us where we're on the right track. All of that's good. So this was an email about Bob Menendez.
Okay.
So he's the one that was taking gold bars and cash and cars and mortgage payments to absolute pile of shit.
Yeah.
He's no different than Biden, right? You're just learning how deep this goes.
There was something about that with the that all was unraveled because of the halal meat
Yes.
certifications.
Yes. Yes.
To bring that back around.
Exactly. And I can't remember exactly what the details are, but he was in charge of appointing who was going to be the person that signed off.
It became like a monopoly, and all of a sudden,
Exactly.
and then the prices went through the roof and things like that.
Exactly. So as state senator, he's in charge of appointing who that, and I think they switched from what it was for decades and went with his boy, mob related or some shit. Then prices went through something along those lines. Is how a lot of this started.
That's how two morons describe it.
Exactly. I really hate to be that guy, but the corruption of the Bidens, the Menendez team, countless others in government at all levels, we will not vote our way out of this. Have a nice day, Steve.
It's sad but true.
Yeah.
I mean, it is because it's
Yeah.
The irony is that it's a one-party system. It's designed
Yep.
to be top-heavy, and it doesn't really matter what.
Yeah.
Nothing actually changes. That's what the allure of Trump was.
Exactly.
Was an outside force that could sort of maybe blow that up from the inside.
Yeah. That's still the appeal in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well,
for a lot of
absolutely.
people.
Yeah, right, exactly. And he did. And that's why he's public enemy number one.
Yeah.
It's not because
Dude, I am
that says it all. He's their biggest threat.
I am more and more thinking along the lines of people like there's no way they're going to let that guy claim the presidency. And when I say that, I mean all bets are off.
Yeah.
Everything's on the table. Assassination. I don't even like saying the word.
Yeah.
But
all right. Okay, Tucker, take it easy.
yeah, dude. Honestly, everything would be on the table with this guy. Like the shit you see them doing to him now, and it's like this guy he was just president for 4 years. He didn't fucking ruin your world.
No,
he didn't
actually,
cause
things were
World
pretty
War
fucking
IV,
amazing
III.
when he was.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. And you know what? There wasn't a war in Israel and
Palestine.
I almost said
Yeah.
Pakistan.
Yeah. Tomato. No, I know. It's just, it's like, if you really calm your shit down and back up a couple steps away from it, you realize that, he was just a dude.
Yeah.
He had some bluster. He talked some shit.
No, why
Relax.
It's exactly what I just said. He was their biggest threat.
Yeah.
That's why they have gone so out of their way to attack him.
Yeah.
At every level.
It's
because
comical.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, but I don't think, this is what Kennedy was shot for. Bucking the system.
Yep.
Taking some shit away from powerful elites in Washington.
Yeah. He didn't want to feed the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, and the CIA fucking killed him for it.
Yeah.
And they still won't release exactly, but it's become pretty clear what happened to Kennedy.
Sure.
There's no reason to think
Allegedly.
He's fucking There's no reason to think that these people wouldn't do the same thing.
No.
know.
I mean, it's great. Yeah, because we're so much farther ahead on ways we could do it. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a fucking shot from a grassy knoll.
No.
No, it'll be he's going to drink a bottle of water and he's just going to fall over.
Yeah.
Something. There's somebody's going to walk up and touch his arm and he's going to go freeze.
Yeah.
They were just testing it out on McConnell.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, buddy. All right, let's shut it down there.
All right.
Call it a day. It's getting late. I'm yawning.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow, though. Hopefully you'll all join us then.